Welcome, welcome, welcome to, wow, that's interesting. There's something there coming up there. Okay, welcome to Queer Conversations. I'm your host, G of Vero TV, and this is Queer Conversations. My guest today is none other than Jerusha Stewart. She's the founder and executive director of the Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival.
Yes!
I did it.
You did it!
I did it. Thank you so much. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
it's fabulous.
Definitely my pleasure. So that's so interesting. Do you see this here? What is that? Do you see it?
I think that's our star power.
It's
just
some
coming
star,
out.
like some magical thing.
See, yeah. I mean, hey, we're talking about a wine and film festival. I had to bring the star power.
Okay, so
there you got glitter. Come on, we're going with it.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm
Yeah.
going for it. So we're gonna talk about a lot. Anybody has questions, please feel free to. We want you to ask questions along
Yes.
the way. We're gonna have you feel free to interrupt me. All right. Feel free to interrupt me, and we're gonna jump in on the questions for Jerusha. So, do we know what it is?
You know what we're missing?
I know what it is.
What is it? We're cracking up. We're
We're
laughing, and there's like
I don't
things.
think there's nothing you can do about it.
Is this gonna go on both of us?
Yes, so apparently some swipe there's all these little things they could add to animate the face.
Okay. Do you care?
Oh, woohoo!
Oh,
Well, can we make them move and grow? Oh, can we add a glass of wine? That's what we need.
Right. Yes. So. Yes. Okay. So we have some nice little. What do you call those things? Like
Animation.
some little animations
As if-
there, because we need animation.
Yeah, right, because we need animation.
Yeah, so no, I just want to be. So before we get to the wine festival, wine and film festival, talk about you a little bit. So I know that you're a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
So share with the audience here like a few of the things that you've done before the wine festival.
I don't know how much time we have.
The show is 30 minutes, so you can tell me like a few minutes.
A little highlights
Just
here.
highlights, because we want to spend more time like on the actual film festival.
Of course.
Yes.
So I'm originally from Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yes, Hawaii. Aloha.
Wow.
Shaka brada. And I came to the mainland to go to college.
Okay, great.
And I'm a lawyer by training.
Okay, yes.
And I put
I
myself.
saw that, yeah.
and
That's
I put
great.
myself through school as clothing designer.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've always had sort of the yin yang artist business
Nice.
side of my personality.
Nice.
I've also was a Web 1.0 person, raised over $1 million and started
Wow.
a startup, iSpiritus.com. We had stores in malls. iSpiritus Soul Spa, so that was like another cool kind of fun thing I got to do. And wrote a book. I've written
Right,
several books
right.
on being single.
On being
Single,
single.
yes. I'm not single anymore,
Okay, and
but
how-
back in the life. Yeah.
Yeah, and how was single life and how was non-single life? Because were you enjoying single life?
I was loving single life,
Right.
but I also think I'm the person who enjoys the life that they have. I create the life I love.
Okay, great.
So my life is always my life.
And you're loving it. Which
And
is
I'm
great.
loving it.
Which is great. And so so now when you say you're no longer single, that means you're.
I am in a relationship with the most incredibly wonderful man.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you
Well,
very much.
I'm happy for you. And if people want to know more about you, where do they go to learn more about you? Like your whole, like stuff you just shared with me, like your books and so on.
Oh, they come to your show.
Oh, come here.
Yeah,
Come
you
here.
come here.
She'll-
Watch G's show.
Okay,
we'll have
learn
these
more.
little snippets,
Okay,
learning
cool.
more about Jerusha.
Okay, more
There you
about
go.
Jewish. There you go. There you go. And I know you said also that I was, reviewing your bio that you kind of stepped out of your comfort zone to do things like this festival. What was it that led you to step out of your comfort zone?
So I almost died
Okay.
about 3 years ago. I say that 15 minutes saved my life.
Wow.
I woke up one morning, I couldn't catch my breath. Ended up in the emergency room at the hospital where they determined that I was having a heart attack
Wow.
and that the cause was I had a pulmonary embolism. So they found a tumor, they thought it was cancer. I spent several weeks in the hospital,
Wow.
living on the cancer floor. So I had a lot of time to think about what I was doing with my life at the time and realized that I hadn't quite fulfilled my purpose, or I don't think you should die with your music in you. So I hadn't gotten out
You hadn't gotten
all
out.
of my music or all of my songs.
Yeah, I love that. Well,
And-
sorry you had an experience, but glad it led to something like
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly, right.
So I was sitting on the board of Suncoast Mental Health Center,
Okay.
and wanted to promote their work in helping children and their families with mental health issues, because we should all have the opportunity to enjoy positive mental health. I mean, we check in on our financial health. You know, we check in on our physical health.
Yes.
We need to check in
Mental
on our
health.
mental health,
Exactly.
and not have it be, you know, a stigma or something that's hidden in the closet.
Right.
So I put it up on the big screen. I said, let's have a film festival.
I love it.
And let's get this out.
I love it. So let's tell people a little bit, and greetings everyone for people who just joined. We have with us today Jerusha Stewart. She is the founder and executive director of the Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival. We have a few flyers here, we have a poster here, we got stuff behind us, we got everywhere.
We got everything.
We're
here.
Wine and Film Festival out. So first of all, tell us a little bit about it. When is it? Where is it?
So the Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival happens June 7th through the 10th. So
Okay.
it's the second weekend of June. And it happens all over the city of Vero Beach.
Oh, nice.
So we screen films and party in 10 different venues all over the city, beachside as well as downtown. And that includes Riverside Theater, Costa d'Este, the Vero Beach Museum of Art.
Oh, this is
we
fabulous.
have the Wow Tasting Lounge, which is a huge tent in Riverside Park under the Oaks. And then when you go on the downtown side, you'll find films at the Downtown Heritage Center and Theater Guild, which is one of the oldest theater companies in Vero Beach.
Okay, great.
So it's a great way to see the entire city and meet people from all over the world.
Okay, great. So there's going to be a link. Oh, the link is there. Thank you, Nikki Lopez, Creative, for putting a link there. So if you want to learn more and get some more details and get your tickets, if you can get their tickets.
Yes,
there,
you want the best way to fest is to get a festival pass.
Okay, get a
and
pass.
that gets you into all the different events. You just wear it. It's on a lanyard. And you don't have to worry about individual tickets. It's sort of like having a backstage pass. You have this on, everybody knows that you're, you know, part of the tribe, and you can get into the festival.
Okay, great. And thank you for everyone who's joining us. Someone said earlier that she loves the idea of creating the life that you want to live.
Oh, yes, that's the only life you should be living.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes were you afraid, like, to change? Do you felt fear along the way?
I think I personally, as you heard earlier, I've had so many different careers. So I'm almost
that's
like
part of how you function.
That's how I function. I'm one of those people who enjoys being a chameleon in their career life.
Right.
And I also believe that whatever you want in life, more than likely, it's outside of your comfort zone, or else you'd already have it.
Right.
So I'm always wanting people to get out that edge.
So for you, it's easier because you've always done this. What do you say to somebody who, someone who's went to college, got a job, and they're there, or graduate school, whatever it is, or even just left high school, they're there. It's 10, 20 years later. I feel I'm old, I'm 45, I'm 55, I'm 60. What do you say to that person?
Dream. It all starts with a dream. When you start dreaming, you start getting outside of yourself.
But when you say that person dreams, but they're still going to stay in that job, because you could dream and stay in that place where you. So how do you get to like, I'm actually going to do it?
So it's really funny because most people think that it happens in some big explosive, and it might happen that way. But it's like pretty much everything else in life happens moment by moment, minute by minute, right? So it's living into what you want to create. And that's why I say dream, because if you, like most things that people talk about doing, they actually say things like, yeah, I keep dreaming about this. I can't get it out of my head.
Yes.
It keeps coming back.
Yes.
So the more you dream about it, the more real it becomes, so that it's like Werther said, if I can see it, I can be it. So if you can see it and you can see yourself in it, you can do it. And it's baby steps. Just like we learned everything, like how we learned to walk, how we learned to talk.
Right.
It's taking a step forward and knowing, hey, sometimes you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you're gonna go backwards. But one of the things about being an entrepreneur is you learn that it's all about failing forward.
Failing.
You're
forward.
learning from your mistakes. And if you don't fail, chances are you're not doing anything different, right?
So, when did you start the film festival?
So I started the festival 3 years ago.
Okay.
And our first year, I'm very proud.
Let's talk about it.
Because we were named a top 100 film festival. So our very first year, filmmakers voted us top 100 out of 5,000, over 5,000 film festivals worldwide. So that's what we do. Yeah.
I saw that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And something is unique about this film festival for where we are, right?
Yeah.
It says like there's no other film festivals
We
like this.
are, yes, so we are the only wine and film festival outside of California wine country.
Okay, wow.
And the Sonoma International Film Festival is our sister festival. They've been our partner festival for the last 2 years. We're so excited to be associated with them. And as part of our festival, we actually have a program of films called The Best of Sonoma, where we bring their award-winning films to our festival. So our festgoers in Florida can enjoy them.
Oh, great. So how many films it's like a
90.
lot? Wow. Okay. So we're
there's-
gonna test Jerusha to see if she can name all 90 films right now. No, I'm not gonna do
All
that.
right.
So I met you at Black Women Rise, which is a space for a lot of LGBTQ women, and I know that you're an ally.
Yeah.
And what would you say for the film festival that connects for people who, 'cause a lot of our people are allies and a lot of people are queer, like what kind of experience people from the queer community would they have coming to the film festival?
A phenomenal experience. We are an all people's festival.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the reasons we have the theme, A Life Worth Living,
Yes.
is
life
to
work.
embrace all different cultures, ethnicities, ways of being in the world.
Right.
And one of the really fun things is the local high school, charter high school. So the students came to me and they typically put on every year a Rocky Horror Picture Show night at the local theater. Well, the theater only had one night. They wanted to do it, several nights. So they came to the festival and said, "Hey, can we be a part of the festival?"
Oh, I love that.
And of course we said, yes.
Yes.
And they're going to kick off the festival the first night, Thursday night, with the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Heritage Center.
Wonderful. That sounds great. And I know there was somebody that I met there, and I'm not sure if she's a filmmaker or director of, is it the
Seattle Thompson.
Seattle Thompson. Big up
Yeah.
Seattle. I met you. I need to get you her information. I want to be able to be in touch with her. And
You gotta have her on the show.
Yeah, I would love to have you on Queer Conversations. So we'll do that. So Seattle Thompson did the film.
She did the film The Cost of Milk, and
Okay,
it
great.
is a phenomenal film. We will actually be screening the world premiere
Oh,
of that
man,
film
that's
at
wonderful.
the festival.
That's wonderful.
When our screening team saw this movie, you could have heard a pin drop in the
Wow.
room. It was amazing. It's
Wow.
a beautiful film that addresses the Black Lives Matter issue in a context that allows people to feel a sense of healing.
Right.
And
Okay,
it's
well,
just
that's good.
it's a beautiful movie.
Well, I'm glad she made it, and I'm glad that you are screening it there.
I know!
Yeah. Right. So, anybody just joining, I want to introduce you to Jerusha Stewart. Thank you for joining us here in Queer Conversations. We're here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. We got some extra graphics today because we're like fairies, right? From an outer world there. You see it switching, and now it's
The
on
star power.
The star power. If you have any questions, let's see here. 90 films is a lot. Are there different categories? Are these feature-length films? That's a great question.
So yes, there are different categories. We screen in documentary feature,
Okay.
narrative feature, and shorts.
Okay.
And we have a phenomenal selection of shorts this year. We'll be actually doing 4 different shorts programs. So we have comedy shorts, dramatic shorts, documentary shorts. So for you shorts fans, we've got you covered.
Great.
And then on the feature side, we actually have a film called The Song of Sway Lake, made by an Academy Award winning director. That is just a visual masterpiece experience. We're screening The Push, which was the Audience Choice winner for documentary film at the Sonoma International Film Festival. And I say, and we were talking earlier about having your dream come true. Watch that film. It will change your life.
What's the name of that one?
The Push.
The Push.
And
Okay.
the subject of the film, Grant Corrigan, will be at the festival. So that's one of the things that makes
I like
our
that.
festival
I
so
love
much
that.
fun. Most of the films, the filmmakers are there. We host Q&As after the films. We're all about connecting the artist, and the audience. So you have a lot of opportunities to socialize with the filmmakers who, again, we're all about making their dreams come true.
Dreams. Yeah, that's really inspiring. And for people who we happen to be in Florida, but people all over the world can watch this because this is Facebook, right?
Yes.
So if you can fly once you can get the ticket, right?
Yes.
Fly into Vero Beach. Is that where that's
it
airport?
is. You're going to fly in. You can fly in direct to Vero Beach Airport. Also, you can get there Orlando Airport, Melbourne. Okay. So there are surrounding airports. We have 2 partner hotels: Costa Este, Gloria Estefan's hotel on the beach.
Like
yes.
That. Hey, really, Gloria, how you doing?
Yeah. Thank you, Gloria.
That's great.
And of course, also the Spring Hill Suites, the Marriott Spring Hill Suites, has a gorgeous property as well in Vero, and it actually has a shuttle that can take you to the Film Festival Village.
Oh, I love it. So we have another question. What is the cutoff date for entering the festival?
Submission. They're talking about film submissions.
I think that's done, right?
That's done.
So for people who missed it, you're going to have 2019.
Yes, so 2019 film submissions will open in September. Please submit your film. One of the reasons I do what I do is because I can't believe what a gift the filmmakers give us. You know, the hours they put into their storytelling and crafting their message, phenomenal. So please send us your films.
Yes. So if you can't be in 2018, right?
You can come to the festival.
Come to the festival.
Filmmakers.
And you could be inspired and meet and greet people. But if you want your actual filming, then that's next year. So it opens in September. What is the end date?
It ends Sunday, June 10th. And on the final day, we added a really cool event. We're doing the Sip, See, Savor
let's talk
Gospel
a little bit
Brunch.
About the wine.
It's all about the film. You got to give the winemakers some play.
Yeah, the wine is getting jealous.
Yeah, let me tell you.
The wine is feeling left out.
But we can't have that because pretty much at just about every venue at the festival, you can wine taste.
Okay, wonderful.
So one of the cool things is what better way to enjoy watching a movie,
right?
glass of wine with your friends. It's
so phenomenal. All the movies are going to be like awesome.
Yeah, right. Hey, that was part of our plan. That's how we shaped this thing up. And we serve wines. We have like over 100 different wineries that are participating.
So do you know a lot about wine?
No, I know a lot about drinking.
About drinking.
And tasting. Okay. and pairing it with film.
Okay, nice.
Yes. I have a wine director for that.
Okay, good. I know it's a whole nother world. I got a chance to go to, where were we last year? Where we went to, and we had...
Napa?
Oh, yes. We were in Napa. And so I got a chance to be with the grapes and taste it. And I know it's a whole world there.
And that's the other thing. That is an incredible lifestyle where these artisans craft their dream into something that we can sip and taste and swirl, and we bring a lot of wines to the festival which you might not otherwise get a chance to taste. Last year we had a film from Israel and we served Israeli wine, which is very difficult to get in the United States. This year we're going to be screening one of the top wine documentaries, Andre the Voice of Wine.
Okay.
And it was directed by Mark Teleshev. And it's about his uncle Andre, who's actually the father of winemaking in California wine country.
Oh, wow.
So during that film, which is going to be hosted by George Tabor, who was the only member of the press at the Judgment of Paris, where the California wines beat the French wines, we're going to be serving the wines from the movie.
Wow. I know, that's great.
And
an experience.
Yes. So, and you're going to get to meet the vintners and hear their stories. So all of this, we don't just show you a movie.
Right.
We create an experience around the films.
Yes. So thank you everyone for joining. I see a lot of people coming on. Anne-Marie, thanks for joining. And please share. I don't know if I asked people to share this video. Please share this. And also like this page, Vero TV. And for people who are just joining, we have today Jerusha Stewart. And she is the founder of the Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival. And your hashtag, is it the initials of the?
Yeah. BBWFF.
Right. So, so the hashtag, as she said there. And so that's June 7th to 10th. And we met at Black Women Rise. And that was great. I'm glad that we met there. And I was inspired by, you came in the room and kind of just like shared very powerfully what you're doing. So I was like, I really wanted to bring you on Queer Conversations and let you share what you're doing and so on. So the link is there for people who want to get tickets. It sounds like a great experience, whether you like movies, wine.
Or both.
Both.
Or
people,
just like people.
I was going to say people, or Vero Beach.
Or Vero Beach.
Right?
Because it is cinema by the beach.
Right.
The weather's beautiful. We've got our outdoor living room under the tent.
Oh, outdoor living room.
Well, that's what we call the Wow Tasting Lounge.
Oh, nice.
Because it's all beautiful outdoor furniture provided by one of our local furniture companies, Sunshine Furniture.
Okay.
And so you can sip and sit all afternoon. And some people do critiquing the movies, critiquing the wines. Oh, there's a grand tasting in the wine tent.
Yes.
Where you can sample the entire slate of wines that we're bringing to the festival. Oh, and on the tent, if you want to learn more about wines, Bob Stanley, who's the wine director, will be there leading seminars.
Oh, nice.
And he does these seminars, like he's doing a double blind tasting. So the wine glasses will be black, so you can't tell whether it's a red or a white wine, right?
Okay.
Or a rosé.
Okay, this sounds like fun.
Okay, it's gonna be fun. And if you choose, you can even wear a blindfold.
Wow.
I know. How sexy does that
This is
sound?
sexy. Very, very sexy. I love that.
Sexy sipping and swirling.
Yes. What about, we have a question here about food. I mean, because you're having a lot of wine here.
So we do offer food at the different venues.
Okay.
Wild Time Catering will be cooking again at the Theater Guild. Riverside Theater has their cafe that will be open. The Museum Cafe is open, and then at the tent we'll have food.
Okay, nice.
So
there's food all around.
There's food all around,
Yeah,
so you can have lunch, dinner, snacks while you're festing.
Wow, and you must be excited. This is a few weeks away now.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I can't wait. It's
Can't
like
wait.
it's like preparing for Christmas.
Yeah.
Of getting it all wrapped so the festigoers can come and unwrap the films and the screening and the parties and the panels.
And you have so much energy. There's a lot of energy, right?
That's why there's all those sparkles on the screen.
Right, they've never had whatever those things
These
come
are?
up, but you came and they're like, we're here. So let's see, I like the festival benefits of, that's a great point, that you, the proceeds.
Yeah, we benefit.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, because Suncoast Mental Health Center, especially right now with what's going on in our country, yes, we've heard a lot of talk about the bullying and depression and all these different things that people may be suffering from. But this is an organization that actually in all 4 counties on the Treasure Coast goes into the schools, goes into the homes, wherever
wonderful.
the children are, and talks with them about what's troubling them. 1 in 5 children in this country have some sort of mental health issue that keeps them from performing at their best in schools. Wow. 50% of people under 50% of people who are suffering with a mental illness are under the age of 18. How does that happen?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So to have an organization that is so focused on this population and doing this amazing work, we have to get the word out, and we have to get the word out that it's okay to ask for help.
Yes.
You ask for help with your finances, you ask for help with your weight.
Yes.
You ask for help with your money.
Picking out your clothes, what do
Go
I
your
wear?
clothes, right.
Yeah.
So it's time for it to be okay to ask for help when there's something troubling you emotionally in your life.
So that's a great cause. So I see that's the net proceeds will be going
to Suncoast.
That's good. Great.
And definitely spread the word. You can donate to Suncoast off our website right now. Okay, but if you know someone, please go there and learn how to ask for help.
They must love you.
I love that.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm not sure how we're looking at time. How are we looking?
6 minutes.
Oh,
we're
6 minutes. So I wanted to
the sexy 6.
The sexy 6. So I want, since you wrote books about being single.
Oh, you want to go there?
I do want to go there. I do want to go there because I'm in a relationship as well, but I see a lot of people talking about being single, and some people are struggling with it. I don't see much of a celebration of singlehood. I see more of a celebration of relationships.
Yes.
So, what's your take on singlehood? I don't know. I didn't read your book, so tell me, like, what were you sharing? 'Cause I'm curious.
Well, it's funny. So when you write a book, I was approached about writing a book, and they say you should write about what you know. And at the time, I'd been single for quite a while, and I felt that I was extremely good at it.
Okay, great.
So I wrote a book called The Single Girl's Manifesta, Living in a Stupendously Superior Single State of Mind.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
it was
that.
just like, let's take singlehood, which 50% of people in this country are single, and let's celebrate it, let's recognize it, let's have fun with it.
Yes. Well, it's funny because, like I said, I mean, you wrote it before social media.
Oh yeah,
right.
Back in the day, before there was all.
But so with the advent of social media, and maybe I don't know what people thought before, because we didn't see as much everyday people's opinions. It seems that people are celebrating only like, I'm in a relationship. You don't get to see much people like, I'm single and this is great. And then if someone posts like, I'm in a relationship, it's like hundreds of hearts. But if someone's to post, I'm single, people are like, oh, sorry to hear.
Right.
So,
well, I think part of that is societal, of course. And part of it is single people, and I'm not going to say that all single people, but a lot of single people are living in like an aspirational type of life. Yes, I'm single and I want to be in a relationship. The best way to get into a relationship is to be the most phenomenal single self.
Yes.
Because once you are your whole
beautiful
self out there,
yes,
other people are going to look at you and say, oh my gosh, I want their life.
Right.
Like, I want to be in that life. Like, how do I get that? Like, yeah, if I hook up with that person, yes.
Right.
So you want to be this whole person. And by the way, having the most fun single life, you're going to be single anyway. You might as well have a great time while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see
So I think either way, whichever works for you, is fine. But I was all about saying, oh my gosh, I loved traveling by myself. I still really do enjoy traveling by myself. I loved going to the movies. So all of these things, they are great. Be your best self.
Yes.
Single or married.
Right. Don't we have a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's hear it.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go with your question. We have a studio audience here, so go ahead with your question.
So if I know no one can see me, but they can hear me. If studio audience opinion is that if single is so great, why change it? Why spoil it by pairing with somebody else? What makes pairing up better than being single?
I don't know that anything makes pairing up be better than, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think pairing up is better than being single, and I don't think single is better than pairing up. I'm saying that in your life, in this moment, right now, live your best life. Have your best day ever.
Yes.
That's really what this is about, because believe me, when you wake up and can't breathe and don't know what's going on, and then someone tells you, you had a heart attack and you wouldn't have made it through the day if you hadn't come into this hospital. You know that it doesn't matter relationship status, financial status, forget it. It's just heart status.
Yeah.
Are you living with an open heart? Are you living with your music being heard? That's the deal.
Yes, I love that. So, is your book still available?
It is. Amazon.com.
Amazon. Tell us the name one more time.
The Single Girl's Manifesta, Living in a Stupendously Superior Single State of Mind. And now my publisher is probably going to ask me to write an update.
Okay.
Your show.
Yeah.
I'm blame it all on you.
No, that's good. That's good. No, I think, because like I said, you see so much of people, whether they're complaining and really celebrating relationships. So I think it's good to celebrate yourself, because you're enough. I'm enough by myself, and I'm awesome. And if someone partners with me, then we're awesome. Right? But you don't need to have...
And the whole thing, to be honest, the whole single married conversation is actually just a part of a bigger conversation that we're all having about, am I enough? Do I matter?
Right.
So often, if it's not the single married conversation, it's the money conversation. Am I making more than the next person? Do I need to have the bigger house, the fancier car? So all of these conversations are just about you judging yourself and not being in that moment of, I love me. Like, I am the so best me, and I am doing my best at living my best life.
I love it. Well, we're wrapping up now, and just wonderful having you on the show.
Well, thank you.
Yes, wonderful. This energy is incredible. I love
You
it.
said it would be fun.
Yeah, it is.
has
Yeah,
been,
it's
and I
fun.
love your glasses.
Thank you, thank
I like
you.
want to. I'm going to watch the show after just to see what the glasses look like.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
maybe
right.
I want a pair.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, you can. Well, I got them at Reese Vision Care. It's one of my sponsors for an event I do called Thou Art Woman. So if you want to go there, she'll say, and I usually tell people not to get this, but since you're all the way in Vero Beach, then it's fine.
Right.
You can be the other person with these glasses.
I can be the other G with the glasses.
Right. So yes, so we're gonna wrap up, and for people who just tuned in later or watching later, a lot of people watch, like actually several hundred people watch after we're live, to let them know that they can get the tickets
to the Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival out on our website, verobeachwineandfilmfestival.com. Passes are on sale right now. We have passes to all of the events. We have tickets to the individual events like the Sipsy Savor Gospel Brunch, the Vero Veritas Vintner Dinner, the Dining with Directors, which you don't want to miss. You will get to be up close and personal with some of your favorite stars like George Takei, who's coming. He's made a movie called American about his internment experience.
Okay, wow.
So again, this is not a film festival about posing and like, how can I get my script sold? No, this is a film festival for you to connect with the people who love to make films.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I think that's it. I wanted to leave anything, or we got everything? Did we get everything?
Do we get everything? We got everything? We're
Yes.
whole.
And I see Anne Marie saying she loves your energy and your candor. And listen, Minnie, shout out to Minnie. Thank you. And thanks to everyone who's been tuning in every week. I've been seeing people coming in and sharing. Being single or in a relationship has ups and downs, yes. Either way, be your best self. Exactly.
That's
so
right.
thanks for sharing it. Okay, I can do what I call, and we're really over time now, right? Queer conversation closing questions, right? Okay, so just real quick. So what makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? Everything. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh my God. Okay. What? You make me laugh. Okay. What's sexy?
Oh, wow. What's sexy? What isn't? What's sexy? I'm sexy.
There you go.
There we go.
Jerusha's sexy. And then finally, what's so great about being Jerusha? What's so great about being yourself?
I can't imagine being anyone else and having this much fun. I get to have an obscene amount of fun.
I love that. You can tell. Thanks again for joining us. Tune in next week, Queer Conversations, every Tuesday. And go to this
Go to the Vero Beach Wine and Film.
Right? Hey, take care. Let's see if I can actually